Pluto. What a curious little planetoid it is. And did you know that it's mostly made up of ice and rock, and it's over 7 billion kilometers away from the sun, which means it's really, really cold. If any form of life could live in Pluto, it would probably be called Plutonians. And I think they already exist. That's right, Plutonians, they're real, and they're actually going around flying through space, almost killing— I'm just kidding. Let's wind it back a little bit. What's up, everyone? My name is JoJo with Moon Boots, and I am excited to let you in on some amazing projects that we have within our community, but specifically Plutonians. So Plutonians is a new VR-based, Solana-based online game where you can jump in a ship and explore space in their stunning Metaverse environment. It will also come bundled with Web 2 and Web 3 Metaverse functionality. I have the co-founders of Plutonians to give me more of a deeper sense on why they created such an amazing project. Thank you so much for joining with me and Moon Boots, guys. And I have James and Till from Plutonian. So I'm actually going to be asking a few questions on how you guys got started. Basically questions that everyone is kind of wondering. Why don't you give us, Till, James, a little bit of a background on you guys and how did Plutonians come together?
My background is in games, of course, but also human-computer interface. And I've been doing that for about 20 years. It's been a really interesting career, and I've been able to work with some of the best and brightest around the world. It's been a real treat. And along the way, I've worked with all sorts of stuff from VR, of course, even data visualizations for rap superstars. And I did win a small award for my gameplay in a game jam. I was quite proud of that. I think ever since Sonic the Hedgehog, I've always been into games. In terms of blockchain, that's where I kind of lean on James a lot. But my crypto claim to fame is I was given the heads up back in 2010 by my roommate at the time. He said, "Hey man, check out this thing, Bitcoin. Check it out. It's going to be big." And I was mining crypto on my laptop CPU, and it overheated, and I thought it was completely ridiculous, and I deleted it. I've always kind of kept my eye on it, as with a lot of people, got back into it in 2017. But yeah, James and I reunited and really kicked things off with Plutonians.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Till. And then, yeah, James, a little bit of a background with you.
I guess I've got a few careers I could talk to, but I'll talk to the latest couple. So I do come from a fintech background. I took a voluntary redundancy in around 2015 and thought I would travel the world. On my way back, I discovered Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think I purchased my first Bitcoin from an ATM in Ho Chi Minh City, near the hotel we were staying at, in the foyer, actually. On the way back to Australia after that hiatus, I just really wanted to find something that would allow me to live more of the laptop lifestyle, I guess. Over the last couple of years, I've sort of ventured into the blockchain space full time. Originally, Till sort of conceptualized Plutonians. I guess ramped it up from there, from around May onward. The rest is history. I'm a kid in a candy store every day working on a game project and working with a brilliant mind like Till. It's been a great experience so far.
I love that. And I like that you said, yeah, a kid at a candy store, because that's kind of how we all feel, right? This is a new, amazing opportunity. Tons of
Yeah.
people are still learning about what does playing, like play to earn in video games and what you guys are creating, which, by the way, the graphics are phenomenal.
We've got an amazing team of 3D
Yeah.
modelers. Till himself is very humble, but he's an amazing designer and creative as well. He really leads it to the perfection that we're sort of putting out at the moment. I think it's only get better each sort of iteration.
This is a question for both of you guys. So yeah, how did you guys create the concept of Plutonians? Like, let's say we can start from the name, the concept. How did that come about?
The very start of it kind of came about as a bit of a joke.
Like
It was around, I think it was around like May last year, and there were all these like safe Moon and safe Mars, and I just thought, man, I want to get as far away from this as I can. What's the ultimate destination? What's the ultimate tokenized destination? Of course, Pluto. We made a crazy website with stars flying at you, and it went from there. The name Plutonians kind of captures the community. I think it describes them really well.
Nice. Okay, cool. And then I'm excited on how do you play it? And when can I play it? When do you think it's going to be ready? And I know that's kind of a loaded question.
You can play it now in the VR demo form, which is the alpha, which has been out since before we started even capital raising. So we really wanted to lead with a little bit of gameplay. Till and the team are standing up the top-down shooter probably within the next few days as well, and that'll form part of a very playable game, but also more like a teaser that's going to grow over time, leading up to the full Unreal Engine iteration of the game, which is due out in September. So there's a lot of deliverables between now and then, but yeah.
Well, I'm really happy that you guys are part of the DAO community and kind of listening to, the users that are following you guys and every step of the way. I wanted to really ask, what made you guys choose Solana in the first place to kind of build this out?
What we saw in terms of blockchain games was it was kind of built around the capabilities at the time. A lot of chains take that approach. They build the gameplay to what they can currently do, and that ends up translating as turn-based games or battle games, but it's not really the kind of games that we wanted to build or we ourselves play or enjoy playing.
I feel like it was very limiting if you did it that way.
That's the great thing about games. There's going to be communities that say, no, this is my jam. Like I'm all about this. We wanted to do real-time gaming, and we wanted a more meaningful interaction with the blockchain. So Solana, when we started reading the docs and when we started playing around, we quickly realized that this blockchain was different, and this blockchain had the throughput and the speed that we needed to do what we want to do.
I mean, if you had to be forced to sort of use some in-game fuel to do a warp or something, and it needed a friction point with the blockchain, do you want a little buffering spinning wheels sort of stopping and halting that gameplay? I would think not. You need that real-time capacity. And that's what Solana really brings us as well. Whether or not we've got friction points during the game, play with the blockchain at all times is another question. It depends how, we sort of end up with our final design. Definitely at the moment, we're exploring as frictionless as possible.
Now, I wanted to talk about more on your token utility. So maybe let's go on a few details on what can we do with your tokens.
That's going to take a while to answer.
Yeah, no, sure. We are going to market with 2 tokens. And I guess, this does sort of play a part in our utility of each token. Our full game iteration is when that integration with the blockchain is really going to start taking shape and form. And it will also through what we're standing up shortly, which is Plutonians Labs, where you'll see that top-down shooter. As that evolves, we will be building out different iterations of it, which will slowly be built into that Unreal Engine 5 iteration of the game as well. So there's a lot of moving pieces, obviously. But in saying that, so we've got our Plutonian DAO, which is our governance token. So that will actually form part of our governance system, but also it will have utility outside and inside the game. So we wanted it to give it utility because what we found through our research, especially of a lot of other projects that have gone to market, their in-game utility token has performed or really outperformed the governance token because the governance token really hasn't had much utility built into it other than that governance system. And governance systems generally take months to sort of stand up. It will have utility inside the game and outside the game. I'll give you an example. Inside the game, it could be used to actually stake. They'll be able to earn APR, and also it will open a renting and borrowing facility. So users will effectively be able to rent or borrow a spaceship off another user. RPC is our Republic credits. So that's our in-game utility token. You'll be able to use that for buying out components. All of our components are built on spaceships are also NFTs within themselves. And you'll be able to use that to also purchase other spaceships. In regards to earning capability in the game, though, through gameplay, I'd love to hand over the reins to Till, and you can explain some of that if you like.
The PU238, which is the fuel that you use in-game to charge up your ships, fly them, and also, power your weapon systems, etc. And, kind of as James kind of hinted at, yeah, you burn, if you want to get from Earth to the moon, you've got to burn plutonium to get there.
It's been a while since I played any type of games in a while, to be honest. But would this be easy for, let's say, maybe a new crypto user?
On one side, you have the crypto user who might not necessarily play games, but they're crypto literate. But then on the other hand, you have gamers, which is this huge population, right, who are tech literate, but very often have no idea about crypto. And I think that group of people, they see crypto because they're kind of being introduced to it through these big studios in this weird kind of backhand kind of a way. And I think for a lot of people, for a lot of gamers, they see it as like microtransactions 2.0.
What was your target audience first when you guys first started out and doing this?
We have always led with the gameplay because we saw that as the part that was potentially lacking in the crypto space. So that's why we led with the VR demo. We are super motivated to actually do something exciting here. And, you know, we've got the opportunity now. We've built such a great team. It's really exciting kind of waking up every morning to work on this and see what the team have been working on.
And when a real gamer starts to play a blockchain game, I think that barrier to entry has always been that they have to purchase a really expensive NFT item. If you think about the popular Axie Infinity model, you have to buy 3 Axies to play it. A lot of the people that play it get paid to play it through guilds and scholarships. In saying that, users that are playing a blockchain game should be able to just play the game without any friction point, without any fiat on-ramp into crypto, setting up a wallet, backing up your private keys, minting an NFT, etc., etc. We solve those problems because we believe that they're really going to be the roadblock for people playing the game from outside the blockchain space. That's the way we're engineering it, with all that in mind. Hit the ground running. You can play the game. You don't have to set up a wallet until you want to realize the benefit of that NFT you've earned for free, that we've given them for free, or that you've won. Then you can see the true potential of the blockchain.
I think that's smart, and you guys are doing it right. You want to make sure that first, everyone can play and everyone can do it. And then once they can cross like 5 steps in, then it's like, oh, they're slowly getting introduced to that. James, you said hitting on the education part. So how is that looking like on your end? Let me give you an example. I was recently on this site. I was going to buy, a few NFTs, but I was just checking it out. I had to connect a wallet. I had to do a few more steps. It wasn't simple. Even for me, I was like, oh, this is annoying. So, and
have we got a solution for you, JoJo?
Oh, okay. I'm excited. I'm all ears.
Yeah, I feel your pain. Look, I mean, we're partnering with a wallet provider.
I don't know if I don't know how much we're allowed to say wallet.
Well, we don't have to go further than that. A companion app provider that has a wallet in it, but it should be as easy as your mum should be able to use it, right, JoJo? Right. Not just us. Anyone should be able to use it. We are lucky to be partnering with someone, and they will basically be a great conduit to a lot of great things. So we could probably delve into that if you watch our space on Twitter over the next few days. You might see a partnership or a tech partner coming up, then that's what they were talking about. But you'll have to wait to see.
Last 2 questions that I wanted to touch on. Let's just talk about the roadmap and a few updates on whatever you can say to me on this recorded session. What can we see in the next few months for our users, or anything that regards to that in Plutonians?
We sort of already mentioned our alpha VR demo that you can play, and you can listen to Till's dulcet tones as a radio host introducing the tracks that you'll hear on Spotify.
I am the radio host on there at the moment.
And then, so look, that's where we sort of were up to. We've recently just completed our IDOs on Cedarify, Core Starter, GamesPad, Star Launch, Bull Perks, and BlockPad. So the next sort of roadmap item is actually our top-down shooter, which we spoke about. There is also another unwritten or unscheduled roadmap event coming out shortly as well, which is Plutonians Labs, where the top-down shooter will be housed. And then there'll be a series of releases that will come out through that. The next sort of couple of milestones after that is basically we will be launching our NFTs or through INOs and an NFT marketplace. So something to sort of be mindful of. We don't like wasting dev time because it's an important commodity that you pay a lot of money for. And so we will be repurposing our VR demo as a test flight facility for our NFT marketplace as well. We will be standing up a test flight, fly before you buy facility where you'll be able to jump in the spaceship, have a few minutes in it, and test the characteristics.
We're super excited about this. This is one of the reasons why we've decided to add the unscheduled roadmap item of Plutonians labs, because we thought like a labs platform would be the best way to kind of bring all of these, not only the things that are on the roadmap, but also gameplay experiments and things that the team are doing that are really great but might not necessarily be production ready, but we just want to get them out to the community and get feedback on that. That's kind of why we're standing up Plutonians labs. The VR demo that you can play already will become the NFT test flight facility, and the top-down shooter. The reason we're building such a thorough human-computer interface for the top-down shooter is because that will become the boilerplate for the game editor. So we've got 3 tools for the game editor. There's the content editor, the level editor, and the story or like storyline mission world editor. We'll obviously have our own kind of stories and missions and like serving suggestion, and we'll give the players access to those kind of core or base assets. We're really excited to see what the community does with it. And we really want to empower the users to hopefully take it much further than we imagine and start to tell their stories through the metaverse.
I think that's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's like a co-founder's like dream, right? To really take something that they created and just make it into their own. So that's really exciting. I'm really excited for that. Now, the last question that I wanted to touch on, it's just I wanted to kind of see, where do you see Plutonians in like the next, I always say 2 years, but in crypto that's like forever. So many things can happen. So
Millennia.
Oh my God, yeah. So let's be realistic with months. Like where do you guys see yourself in a day? I'm just kidding. In about 2 months.
In 12 hours.
Right? Oh my God, you're right. So yeah, what is like the dream scenario for you guys? I know Till you kind of touched that on with having the users really create something of their own. Is there anything that you guys would really think that you would love to see more?
I think the longevity of games, in my mind, is really quite closely connected to the player's ability to have ownership. You can see that over and over again, from Minecraft, people running their own Minecraft servers and building their own worlds, to games like Doom and Quake 3, which still have active communities, even communities that are popping up right now, heading in the direction of the metaverse, like VR chat. That's such a vibrant community. We really want to explore a presence there. This kind of comes back to the crux, which is crypto has a game problem in that maybe they're not so good yet, but gaming has a persistent state problem, which crypto does very well. When those two come together, in our mind, that's the metaverse.
Look, the dream scenario for me with Plutonians is, in regards, and I never use these 2 words, but the key differentiating factor of this game is that game editing suite and the tool set. And that's really a game changer. They're the 2 words I never say. But how I see that sort of playing out and where I would love to see that, and I'd be excited and in 2 years, which will be 10 years in real life. 10 years in crypto, yes. 2 years in cat life.
10 years in crypto. Years.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would really love to see the expansions and the assets that are going to be built out by the community. Any game company can stand up a game, and it's always going to be on rails, especially out there outside of Decentraland, if you like. And not talking about the Decentraland project, but the actual sort of ecosystem that we're building in. I really feel like, because there's no blueprint for the metaverse, right? I think what we're sort of building and standing up is going to allow for exploration of what the metaverse could mean. I mean, by encompassing live chat, VR chat, and also that tool set, the possibilities are endless. It's just going to be exciting to watch. That's where I would really like to see it. Just really flourishing, a lot of community engagement, a lot of community creativity. They'll be able to flex their creativity in our metaverse and potentially on sell it. So there's so many possibilities that open up, job roles, all kinds of things.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much, James. Until I'm going to be closing out. So, for any viewers that are watching this, please follow the socials. It will be in the description below. Below. And yeah, we're really excited for Plutonians, and I'm really excited to fully, play it and have my friends, family, my grandmother. If it's that easy to join, like that's always going to be very exciting. So I'm very happy for what you guys, Till, James, are creating and your team. So yeah, thank you so much, and we will stay updated. And thank you to all that's watching. Thank you so much for watching that interview. And if you would like to, which would be cool, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell for more updates on crypto interviews with co-founders on amazing projects and crypto news. So, talk to you later. Bye.